Well, recently, Lori Lightfoot, she's done a series of interactions or interviews or whatever, and they've been kind of grilling her. It's not really grilling her. It's like ask a tough question and back all the way the hell off.
But why is it getting worse? We know that there are an enormous amount of open jobs in the country. We know between stimulus payments, the rent moratorium, there is more government support this year than in previous years. Yet kids in your city are being gunned down at a faster rate than in the past. More than 50 children were shot. 10 of them were killed this year, including a 14-year-old boy yesterday. Why is this happening? We can't just say it's poverty, it's lack of jobs. We're addressing those things.
But Stephanie, it is. And you outlined the fact that there are a lot of resources available now that there weren't. But what we've got to do is make sure we connect them up with the people who need them most. And the fact of the matter is, we've got too many people in neighborhoods that have been neglected for far too long. And what we know from doing this work is it literally takes block by block, family by family, neighborhood by neighborhood, diligence over a long period of time. We're not going to be able to flip a switch and change this around. But also, every part of the criminal justice ecosystem has been dramatically impacted. Our courts have been closed for over a year. We have very dangerous people because our jails have been shut down, out on the street and causing violence. So the entire public safety ecosystem, not just the parts that the mayor of Chicago controls, have to step up and do their part. And until that ecosystem comes fully back online, we're going to see challenges. But we're not waiting for anybody else. We're taking ownership of what we can control.
I want to hope. I hold out hope that this lady that's interviewing her, I've seen her before, I can't remember her name. What's the lady who's interviewing Lori Lightfoot? Whoever she is. I've seen her, I just can't place her name right now. What a dumb question. See, I don't want to defend Lori Lightfoot, but that's a very stupid question. So I got criticism of the interviewer and criticism of Lori Lightfoot. Lady, are you serious? We got stimulus checks. Everyone's got money, so what's the problem? There's a lot of open jobs, so what's the problem? I'm just hoping these are softballs that she's lobbing to Lori. She can't be that dense, can she? I mean, okay, let's pretend she's that dense. I hope you're not, lady, but let's pretend that she is. Jesus Christ, lady. So let me get this right. People neglected in a battle zone for the last 30 years. You give them a $1,400 check. And then you go, what's the problem? People raised in a culture where this friend dies, my dad got shot, my sister got shot, stray bullets ducking in here, metal detectors, horrible schools, my cousin got shot. Like, raised in that environment. All of a sudden, you want to airlift in a couple of bags of rice and call it a day. Like, where would that actually work? So I hope that you're not that dense. Lori Lightfoot's response, for the most part in the beginning, kind of made sense, but then she went to talking about more jails. Oh, we need more jails. The jails were closed. I want you to talk about the systemic problems that are going on in Chicago that have never been dealt with by choice, by Democrats. Don't just put it on Republicans, because later she says, oh, it'll be fine because we got Joe Biden, and Joe Biden knows what he's doing, and please get off my ass because I'm saying the right things now. That's what she did, by the way. When all you got is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and that's how Lori Lightfoot approaches being mayor, and that's how a lot of them do. Let's go to the next clip, because that was what I consider Lori Lightfoot doing her best dancing. She was dancing right there. And here she is dancing again. I have no problem with Lori Lightfoot dancing right there. That's good. Show a human side of yourself. Now dance right over and fix Chicago. Oh, you should have seen the comments in the comments section. Nice two-step. Step your ass over and fix some of them gunshots in the kids' bedrooms. Oh, nice way to keep the beat. Now beat your feet over there and fix the schools. I mean, every comment was harder than the previous one. I haven't seen somebody get beat that bad since the soap scene of Powell in Full Metal Jacket. There we go. I'll edit it. It'll make sense. The point is, Lori Lightfoot is trying to dance her way out of the hot seat. Now, remember when I started this, I talked about how Lori Lightfoot made the comment about there not being enough black reporters in the press pool, and how for one day, she's like, bring me the blacks. Which ain't hardly enough. One day, that's all you're going to give us? I mean, I want to support it because I'm in the media industry, and I know black people get relegated to the back of the bus. Hell, we sometimes just got to push the bus, which is a step up because we used to be the bus. The busty bus. Here she is responding to the allegations and a lawsuit filed by that journalistic beacon of integrity, the Daily Caller.
Shootings because of this very targeted, data-driven approach, and more to come.
I want to ask you about a lawsuit that you're the target of, and acknowledge that you are talking to me this morning, and I, by all accounts, am a white guy, and we're doing this interview together. On one day, on the anniversary of your inauguration, you gave interviews to only reporters of color, and you're being now sued for that on the basis of discrimination. Your reaction?
Well, the lawsuit is completely frivolous. I'd use a more colorful term if we weren't on TV. But here's the thing. I'm the mayor of the third largest city in the country. I'm an African-American woman, to state the obvious. Every day when I look out across my podium, I don't see people who look like me, but more to the point, I don't see people who reflect the richness and diversity of the city. So yes, I started a long overdue conversation about diversity in newsrooms and coverage. You all are the mirrors on society. You reflect with a critical and important lens the news of the day. You hold a public official.
Whatever, man. Whatever, Johnson. You know, the more I listen to it, now originally when she was saying this stuff, I supported it because, like I said, I know how hard it is in media for black folks to kind of like get their leg, get opportunities, okay? And I know, and even in independent media, I talk about it, people get mad, they don't even want to hear it. They don't, you're just complaining. You need to work harder, Tim Black. You need to do more, that's the problem. You're you're just not working hard. Talking about black stuff, people don't want to hear that black stuff. What's wrong with you? Here's the thing, guys. Lori Lightfoot's full of shit. She is. Hey, Lori Lightfoot, you're the mayor. How about writing an order that does more for black folks in your city? I don't know exactly how much power you had to get things done, but I know when Mayor for Life, the one that did crack that time, Marion Barry, the people always talk about crack. They never talk about the jobs programs he had. They never bring that up. They just bring up the drugs that the woman set him up with in the hotel that time. They just bring that up. They never bring up the government contracts he had allocated to go to only black small businesses. Yeah, they never bring that part up. See, I know about it because I know shit. And I know they focused on the crack and said black people keep electing a crack mayor. They leave out, he had jobs programs. They leave out, he had like 20% of all contracts had to go to black businesses. He did that as the crack mayor. What have you done as the black woman mayor? who can dance. I'm just asking. Yeah, I could be like some people and just go, oh, it's enough that you're, shining a light on, black people in media, and we appreciate that, so I'll just let all the rest of this shit fly. But that don't sit well with my conscience. Just doesn't. Gotta hold them accountable. And the fact that you black is the least of my concern. What I'm concerned about is what you've done for black people in Chicago and what you've done for black people in general. How about that? So stop the bullshit. Oh, I'm black woman, I'm black, I'm gay, I got a will, I can dance and I'm standing up. No. Besides threatening to bring in more cops, what are you actually doing? And stop telling me to talk to us about Joe Biden. I'm not the only one that feels this way. There are a lot of people in Chicago that share my disdain for this and know I'm more privy to what's going on. One of them is Ja. Actually, it's J Mall. J Mall Green has a political feud escalating with Lightfoot because he wants things like Boys and Girls Clubs. He wants a youth center. According to J Mall, Lightfoot want more cops. When all you got is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Last but not least, guys, and this is amazing. I don't even want to lead. All I'm going to do to lead this in is say CNN has